If they're going to contaminate our water and our air with the infrastructure and with everything they're doing, then it's no longer staying on their property. If you can keep contamination on your property, then do it. If you're able to do that, but if you're not, which they're not, then they have to answer for it.
Regardless of the outcome of this trial, will you ever stop advocating for protection of the environment, for protection of people?
No, I will not stop, as long as I'm able to, because I have to protect not only myself, I live here. I live next to these operations, and my friends, and my family, and my children, and my grandchildren, and future generations.
Has it been easy to stay in compliance, to do the kind of advocacy that you want to do?
It hasn't been that easy, because I first of all have to be all the time watching, where am I walking? Am I within the right distance? And then if they're talking about a certain amount of feet, I have to watch, I have to count, I have to start counting in the future. That would be difficult. And then also to know who owns the property, who is it really Cabot here? It has been, there is some difficulty. Plus, I want to be able to expose the families and let them be revealed whose water is contaminated. A lot of families who are afraid to speak. They're afraid to get the neighbors upset with them. They're afraid Cabot will be upset with them. So if I can't go to their homes, that is a difficulty. I haven't been able to go to their homes and show the contamination. I can only show it from the road. And it's much more powerful to actually be able to go there and see the water replacement, water buffaloes that they have, the filtration systems that they have, the bottled water is being delivered to them, and to hear their stories firsthand.
Would you say that them restricting you from going on these certain properties just reinforces your point more, that they're doing things that they don't want people to see?
Well, that's what it sounds like to me. Like if you have to go through all of this trouble and you want all this kind of 500 feet, 150 feet, all these injunctions, what are you hiding? If your operations are so dangerous, then why are you even near homes? If your operations are a danger to me, why are you even in our neighborhoods? Why are you on school property?
Right.
Why are you on farms? What are you doing here? You shouldn't even be in this county. This is an industrialization of a whole county. Not only this county, but 39 other counties in the state of Pennsylvania, besides 30-some other states in the United States. If this is a danger, then why are you doing it near us? You saw the fire that went on for 5 hours in Greene County, in Washington County, in Greene Township, just like a couple of weeks ago. The man that was on the site when that fire and explosion happened, he was incinerated, he was cremated. There was only a few bones left. This is a 27-year-old man. This is not right. If there's homes we have homes within 300 feet of these sites. If there is a gas leak and there's an explosion of fire, these people are toast. Why should we be exposed to this? We have solar, we have renewables, we have solar, wind, we have water, we have all kinds of energies that we can promote and use that are not dangerous, that will not kill us, that will not explode, that will not outgas, that will not affect the air, that will not affect our health. Why are we focusing on these dangerous energies? And this company has 540 violations. DEP has 540 violations just on Cabot alone in this county in 5 years. Why are they allowed to be operating? This is an outrage. Any other company in the whole United States, if they have 540 violations, are they allowed to operate? No. Show me another company in the whole United States. This is giving preference to a certain industry, and we are at risk. All of you are at risk. All of you that live near these sites. This is absolutely unacceptable. This is not what it means to be an American citizen. We need to be protected by our government, all our governments, from the president down to the state, to the local level. We are not being protected. We don't even have enough DEP inspectors. We have 3 oil and gas inspectors for 6 counties in our area, in my section where I am. That is absolutely outrageous for thousands of wells.
Are you willing to go to jail, DB?
If I have to go to jail to protect my planet and my life and to expose this industry, yes.
Did you hear that exchange?
Yeah, she is desperate.
The order that you wrote was the order the court entered in October, is my understanding. And if that's true, then for you to claim you wanted something narrower, if you wanted something narrower, you should have proposed something narrower. Now, we appreciate that you have proposed something narrower, and as we said, we're willing to work with you. We hope something narrower will be entered as a result of today's proceeding, and we hope that we're able to work this out in a manner that respects Cabot's legitimate interests while not trampling my client's rights.
Mr. Michaelman, and I believe if you had read our petition and that if you had read the hearing transcript, you would see that we never at one time ever asked to keep Ms. Scroggins off of the hospital or from her friends' homes. It was very specific.
Did you draft the order?
It's very specific what was in our petition and what was at the hearing.
Did you draft the order that was entered in October? Do I have that wrong?
I'm going to tell you, it's very simple. Look at the petition and look at what was presented at the hearing.
It didn't say no hospitals, no grocery stores, no friends' homes. It said its language was categorical. If you wanted something different, you should have drafted it more carefully, and if you didn't like what the court entered, you should have moved to modify it. You could have done that.
As soon as Mr. Kinchy raised that issue with us, Mr. Michaelman, we sent you a very specific proposal, the very same proposal we gave in the court today.
And it's overbroad for the reasons I stated.
A very narrow proposal which you rejected many times. So, we'll let the court decide. Thank you.
As I've stated, the proposal that we received and have continued to receive from Cabot is a proposal with a large 150-foot buffer, and in fact, in court today, they propose widening it further to 500 feet. 500. So they keep coming up with these large buffer zones that would make it very difficult for my client to exercise her constitutionally protected rights to protest and to document what's going on in these properties.
So what's next after this hearing today?
Well, now my lawyers are putting together their proposal for having some restriction, and to see that it's something even less than Cabot is proposing right now. So we'll see how the judge views that, but the judge has to make a decision, I guess, on what kind of an injunction, how to alter the injunction, and we do have a court date set for May 1st for a trial. If we get to that point, if we need to go to trial, and if we can't come to an agreement and we feel that the restrictions are still too severe.
Do you think Cabot wants to go to trial?
I don't think they want to go to trial. I don't believe they do, because it's just more publicity, and we've been getting so much publicity from this, and there'll be a lot of negative publicity actually for Cabot, which has been happening the past 5 months. So I think they'd like to avoid it. So we'll see how amendable they are to our requests, or what we are willing to settle for.
The courtroom seemed very populated today.
Yeah, we had a nice full courtroom, and we had a bunch of New Yorkers there who are pro-gas, and they were there, pushing for their agenda and calling me a danger. They don't have to live with it like I do. They don't have to live in a industrialized area, in communities that are being industrialized. They're just in New York, and they can call me a danger. The company is a danger. The company has 540 DEP violations and fines in the millions. They're a danger. They need to be shut down. I don't have any DEP violations. I don't have any fines. So they got their priorities a little bit reversed.
So yeah, the fact that you're bringing attention and publicity to Cabot and all the dangers involved with their operations would seem to me the reason why they're trying to clamp down on you in particular, don't you think?
Oh yeah, it is that. That is the case, because I've been doing it for 5 years. And if I was such a danger like they claim, why are you waiting 5 years to try and shut me down or keep me out or put restrictions on me? So I've been doing this for 5 years. They know who I am. They see everything. They have their security. They watch me every time I come near there. They take pictures, video. They follow me with their security trucks. And nobody has been hurt. I never got hurt. Nobody with me got hurt. Nobody in their employ got hurt. So all of their, it's a smokescreen to basically shut me down and turn me off, or discourage me or frustrate me, so that I'll quit documenting them and exposing them. And not only to the media, but I expose them to all our regulatory agencies. And they've been fined and violated by several regulatory agencies. And recently, the past year, OSHA, I've contacted several times, and OSHA has found them guilty of exposing their workers on the frack sites to 6 times the allowable limit of respirable silica. So they're a danger to the workers. They've been fined and found guilty by OSHA besides the DEP, so it's not just DEP. So why is this company still allowed to operate? That's what I can't understand. Do
Yeah.
they have special rules compared to any other company in the United States?
Well, I don't think it's going to work, is it?
What?
Their tactic of trying to shut you down by...
No, because, they're going to put it, what if the judge decides on some kind of restrictions and he doesn't drop the injunction, then there'll be restrictions, but I'm still going to do whatever I can around the restrictions. I'll still expose and call and reveal as much as I can and try and get the information out there so that the world knows. This company does not know how to be transparent. It only knows how to promote itself. It only knows how to say everything is fine, under control, we got all the bases covered, there's nothing for you to worry about. So they never show their issues. So I'm here to show the problems and the issues and how they continue to endanger us and pollute us and contaminate our water and our air and our land, besides impact our health.
You think there's more interest in the mainstream media and what's going on with you in this case?
Well, there seems to be more of it, and there seems to be a good amount of interest, and it's even international interest besides national. And I believe a lot of it has to do with the constitutional issues, even more than the actual contamination issues. They're concerned about the rights, our First Amendment rights of freedom of speech, freedom of movement, and the press is particularly interested in that also, because of course they need to have those freedoms to operate in a truly free society.
So, I mean, in terms of today, did you feel that there was more media presence now than there has been in the past?
Yeah, we've had all kinds of events here and rallies, and I would say this is the most media I've seen in one spot in our county. At this point, as far as the fracking issue is involved. So this was great, yeah. It was the most presence.